Hello and welcome back. And in this video, we're going to be creating a control for progress indication. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to actually create a new file, and we will call this file. This is going to be a SwiftUI file, and we're going to call this a progress bar. Okay, and then we have our view created, progress bar created. So what we need a few things for this. First of all, we need a way to track the progress. So we're gonna create IB, not IB, binding, add binding value. Okay, and this is gonna have it's gonna be of type float. And next we have this missing. Okay, so we're gonna give it a constant value of maybe 0.5, like so. 0.5, like so. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we will create a geometry reader, because we need to read width and height, basically width and height for the container, so we can contain our progress bar into that width and height. Okay, so we're gonna need that. So we're gonna create geometry reader geo in, and let's create a private function here for get progress width, and I'm gonna expect a geometry proxy, which is going to return a CG float. It's just going to be a little helper for us to determine something here. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to return a Z stack. So we don't have to actually write that Z stack, and alignment for this Z stack is going to be basically leading, and content we have already created, so we really don't need that, so we can take it out. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to superimpose two rectangles on top of each other. One is going to be the baseline that actually works as your background to show where the progress is going to proceed when progress bar is growing, and second one is going to be the actual progress indicator that we're going to grow and fill that rest of the space where first rectangle, the base rectangle, was. Okay, so we're going to create a rectangle, and we are going to give this rectangle a frame, and the frame is going to have a width is going to be geo dot size dot width, and height is going to be geo dot size dot height. Okay, so these are going to be width and height for our rectangle, and we're going to give it opacity so it looks like it's part of the background, and we're going to give a foreground color. Let's choose color literal. So I'm going to say color, and I'm going to choose color literal, because this can help us basically choose a color. So let's choose maybe this one. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so then we're gonna say rectangle, and this is the second rectangle that's gonna show the progress, and we're gonna say frame, and this one is gonna have a width which is gonna be increasing in time. As the value changes, the progress is going to be indicated by increasing the width of this rectangle. Okay, so we're going to come back to that one, and we're going to have the height as geo dot size dot height, like so. Okay, and excuse me, let's give it a foreground color, and I'm going to once again choose color literal for this one. So let's copy this guy and paste it here and double click. So basically we are going to choose a let's choose a dramatic color, like a little bit more distinct, so it shows the difference. Okay, but obviously you're going to choose the colors for your theme, so whatever fits your need, please feel free to do that. We're gonna add an animation, a linear animation, to show the progress. Now let's work on this width part. So this is going to be returned from here. So we're going to simply say self dot get progress width under this geo. Okay, and what we're going to do, instead of returning 0 0 here, we're going to actually compute this value. We're going to say minimum, get me the minimum of CG float of self dot value times geo dot size dot width. So this is gonna give us the amount of progress, or it's gonna give whichever is minimum. Basically, if maximum width, if this value comes as like greater, so value increases more than 1 point. So this value is basically gonna be between 0 to 1, right? So if it increases like more than 1 point, more than 100%, then return us the total width of the view. So we don't want to go like beyond, so that's why we are actually doing this min. So yeah, that's about it. So this is gonna basically give us a progress bar. So let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our views, and right here we're gonna create a VStack. Okay, in this VStack we're gonna create our progress bar view, and it's gonna have some value. So let's go ahead and create a add state private var value is of type float, and initially we're going to give it 0.0. Okay, and we're going to increase it with the help of button. So right now here we're going to just give it a value, and we're going to create a button, and we're going to use add value and this modifier, not modifier, completion block, and we are simply going to say self dot value plus equal 0.1. Okay, so we're gonna increment 0.1 over here over time. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and run this and see what happens. Okay, while it's building, there's okay, let it build. So we should see something on our screen, a rather orange line, and actually I should have given a padding here. Yeah, that's really big, because our progress bar is taking the entire space. So if you see, this is our progress bar. I mean, it's a good effect, like if you want that effect, but we don't want, we want our progress bar to be smaller. So we can simply say frame width is height is going to be about 40 points. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look how this looks. All right, that's actually a little bit better. Okay, so let's give it a corner radius. So I want to give it a corner radius right here. So corner radius of about 45. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, we are incrementing our progress, and it's actually going up. And if you notice, we are adding more value, and by definition, because we are not doing any check here, right? So the way it's defined, we are constantly incrementing the value by 0.1, but your progress bar is not going to increase, because we are actually getting the minimum between two, minimum of the this value times geosize and geosize. So this time it's going to return this value, and that's how you create a progress bar. Okay, so that's actually these controls are going to actually work as a basis for our Neumorphic design. So that's why we are creating these, although we're going to end up using a Neumorphic design progress bar that you're gonna see in another video. So this is it for this video. In the next video, let's go ahead and take a look how we can build a checkbox view, a regular checkbox view, because we're gonna need that as well. Okay, and then we're gonna proceed for other stuff that will help us create this Neumorphic to-do list app. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.